Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. Demo number 1, demo number 2 got over yesterday, and demo number 3 is the final demo today. And after the demo, you will be able to get the payment details. So you can pay the amount in the EMIs, and all of them you can talk to these people. So they will be sending a detailed email. You need to wait. So if you don't get payment communication by 1 o'clock, you can call them. If they still don't give you proper communication, you can also write me a mail. Say that I did not get any payment communication, sir. So you can make payment using phone pay, Google Pay, or account transfer, whatever it is. So that will be taken care later. But if you have any payment related queries, you need to talk to these people. If they don't respond, you can also mail me. But clearly mention you're from this August batch and your phone number is this. If you give the complete information, I will be able to arrange the call for you. Okay, guys. Now, today I'm going to be talking about completely technical things. People who are new today, you have to fill the form. This form I have given in the chat window. You have to fill the form, and this form is going to be having all these things: email address, phone number, course details. You need to mention Power BI, and remaining data you need to fill. Click on subscribe. So daily recorded videos are going to be given, and it will be there 6 months with you. That is the validity for the videos. After that, if you wanted to extend the videos, very nominal, the portal fees you need to pay, and you can extend the videos for 3 months, 4 months, or 1 year, or 6 months. Nominal fee will be there after 6 months. That is a portal fee, because to maintain the all these videos, we need to pay some basic, very, very basic amounts to the portal guys, so that all these videos are available there. But within 6 months, you can have this course with you, and you can see them uninterruptedly. So as soon as you make the payment, all the videos and everything will be given access, and how to view the videos and everything will be clearly told by these people, right? So once you make the payment, they will collect your email ID and everything. They'll create a user ID and a password, and they will tell you how to view the videos and everything in the portal. So you should not be worried at all. If you have any concern, then definitely you should be able to, call these people, and they will be able to, guide you. Chalo guys, now I wanted to tell you why if you only learn Power BI, you don't get a job. Because many people will call me, sir, if I'm learning Power BI, many people are saying I don't get a job. That is true. Because if you learn a single skill, you cannot get a job. And if you learn only basics, that is more dangerous. Many institutions in America, what they say, you learn, Power BI or this or that, and again they'll teach you for only basics. They're saying you learn Power BI for 30 days, you learn SQL for 5 days, and you'll get a job. You don't get a job at all. So they're not mentoring properly. The starting itself, they're wrong. So it is not because of you, you will be getting a lot of opportunities. Power BI alone cannot give you. You need to have combinations. You need to have reporting. You need to have SQL knowledge. You need to have ETL, or you need to have the cloud knowledge. All of them put together, you will be able to get the job. So that is the reason in the demo number 1, demo number 2, I told you August and September, we are completely concentrating on the SQL, and not 5 days, and not the basics. So don't tell me, sir, I know basics. I have studied in my college. So the basics are not at all important. Sir, I have some Udemy videos. My friend will tell me he is going to be teaching. No, all of them will not going to work. You need to have in-depth of SQL knowledge. Clear? So that is when I'm going to be giving you these videos. Unfortunately, we don't have live classes. Everybody has to play one video and watch these videos, and you have to complete them parallelly along with the Power BI. Live classes are going to be happening daily in the morning, 8 o'clock. So you do the Power BI course in the morning, and in the evening, what you do, you buy SQL Server videos from us, and compulsorily you need to, watch the videos, because 60% of the interview questions and the work also when you get the job, will be there in SQL only. So remember, so August and September month completely we are focusing on this. You have to make the payment only for these two courses today, not for anything. But in the October month, I told you we have to write one more course that is called ETL. So in ETL, Microsoft is giving you two. One is called SSIS. This is on premises. Then there is one more thing called ADF, Azure Data Factory. Either you can learn this or you can learn this. This is on premises. This is a cloud based ETL. What is a cloud? We will understand. What is the on premises? We will understand. Today, I'm going to be talking about what is the ETL. So you will be able to understand what is extracting data, transforming data, loading data, what is the Power BI, what is SQL Server, and everything I'll be talking about. So whether you take SSIS or ADF, compulsorily you need to have it. It is below 1 month course and you can go in for live classes or buy the videos. So all these things you need to have in your basket. Because of this only you will be able to get much more calls. So recently one guy got a job. One girl, she was from civil background. She is getting 4 lakhs per annum salary. The girl got 14.7 lakhs salary package now. The offer letter I'll show you after this demo, and I had shown yesterday's also, right? How these people are showing recession is going on. Many people are saying no jobs, but our people are able to, grab the interviews because they have not only one single skill. You need should not have either should I learn this or should I learn this? No, no, no. Or is not going to work. You need to learn couple of technologies to get into IT industry. You should not say I'm wasting my time. If you think like that, nobody can help you. You always say I'm investing my time. Investment will give you returns. Waste means you don't get the returns. Remember that. There is a point. Investment. I'm investing my time. 3 months time I'm investing. Investment will give you returns. It will give you good returns and high returns. But if you think that I'm wasting my time, I need everything within 1 month. I need everything to be completed in 10, 15 days. That is nothing, nothing can happen. You lose everything. You lose the confidence, you lose time, you lose everything. So people who can work more time, they can complete the course quickly. But if you have a time, I don't recommend, to complete everything in a 1 month. If you don't have that time, if you have that time and if you're into and if you're able to understand everything, you can do everything within 1 month. Or you take a 3 months time, if not take 1 more month time, and no hurry, slow and steady wins the race. Lot of housewives where they don't get the time to prepare, or lot of working people where they don't get any time to prepare, let them take 1 more month extra. Or you have a constraint on that time, you may put lot daily 10 hours, 15 hours to complete the course. But all these things you have to learn and practice, case studies, assignments, everything we are going to be giving. You have to make the payment for this course not now, only in the month of October. And you need to learn the course. As of now, you need to make the payment only for these courses now, and you can continue from tomorrow. Daily one video you have to watch. If you have any question for the SQL Server, that I'm going to be answering in the Power BI class. And tomorrow I'll show you how to install SQL Server Power BI in your computer. So tomorrow you need to have one laptop. If you don't have a laptop, new laptop, you need to organize the laptop or get the laptop within 1 week time, so that the softwares you can install after 1 week. Clear? So as I told you yesterday, what are the laptop configurations that you need to have it? Laptop, any processor you can have, but no Celeron, and 4 GB RAM or more, minimum 256 GB SSD or hard disk you need to have, or more also you can have. This is hardware. And compulsorily you need to have Windows 10 or later. Windows 7 is not going to work. MS Office, anyhow you're going to be having, any version is fine. I will give you SQL Server software. In yesterday's class, I spoken about SQL Server history. When it is started, all of them, just watch that video also. Power BI and SQL Server tomorrow, I will give you software. We will be able to install it. If you have the machines with this configuration, if you don't have the machine, you can download the software. As of now, you can run the softwares whenever you have the laptops ready. Or you can also mail me, sir, I need the software. I can, send you the software later. We can install. How to install tomorrow? I will be taking the complete class. Okay, guys. Okay, now, so yesterday I was talking about when you have a large amount of data, when you have a megabytes of data, you can store the data in Excel sheet and process the data. When you have a GBs of data, the companies are going to be storing in the SQL and language can be used to process the data. And when you have a terabytes of data, instead of storing in normal SQL, we are going to be using data warehousing machines, and we are going to be using a large amount of data, terabytes of data in the data warehousing machines. And to process, to create reports and all, we don't use Java, .NET languages. To process the data, create reports and everything, we are going to be using a lot of BA tools because no coding is required. You should be able to work with a large amount of data. So a lot of automation has to be there. So BA tools have been introduced in year 2000. So data warehousing is introduced in 1990s. Everything I have clearly told in the yesterday's class. You need to watch that video, right? If you have more than that data, for example, I am crossing terabytes, petabyte of data, zettabyte of data, yottabyte of data. This is called as unlimited data, big data. Big data cannot be kept in your data warehousing tools. Big data cannot be processed with the BA tools. So when you have a large amount of data, the data beyond terabytes, the data, you have to store them in a separate software called Hadoop. You will say Hadoop big data. Hadoop is going to be storing the data. Hadoop is going to be processing the data. Many people will say big data. If you wanted to work with the big data, you need to have a Python. You need to have, PySpark. You need to have Hadoop, Hive, Pig, HDFS. All of them you wanted to have. But we are not going to be working with the big data. Right? As I told you yesterday, if you wanted to go to supermarket, so you can go buy a bike, right? I have a small amount of data in my company. I can store the data in Excel sheet. But I wanted to store I wanted to go to 200 kilometers or 500 kilometers. So what I have to do? Can I go buy a bike? No, 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 no. You have to buy a car, or you have to book a train ticket, or you have to book the bus ticket. When the distance is more, you're changing the tool from bike to bus, bike to train. So when the data is less, you can store the data in Excel. Excel can store the data. You can perform a data science, data analytics application in the Excel itself. But when you have more than that, when the data is in GBs, we are storing the data in RDBMS or in the SQL. We are processing the data with the help of a language. Clear? I wanted to go to, US or Dubai. Can I go by a car or the bus or the train? No, 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 no. I have to go by a flight. When the data is more, when the data is in GBs, we are going to be using SQL and database RDBMS. When the data is in a terabyte, you cannot use a train, bus, you have to use the flight. So you have to store the data in the data warehouse softwares. Clear? And how do you process the data with the help of a BA tools? So this is what is the story. When you have a terabytes of data, that is when data warehousing BA tools have been introduced into the market. Data warehousing is introduced in 1990s. SQL and everything is got introduced in 1970s, and language got introduced into the market 1940 onwards. A language, B language, C language got created in 1960. Right? BI or business intelligence data analytics is not the new concept today. It is there since year 2000. So data warehousing, it is there. It can deal with the terabytes of data. Now I wanted to go to moon or the Mars. Can I go by a flight? No, 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 no. You have to go by a rocket, right? The rocket is Hadoop. When you have unlimited distance to be covered, you have to use the rocket technology. So it does not mean that everywhere I cannot use rocket, right? I wanted to go to office, can I use rocket? Or I wanted to deal with a small amount of data, can I use Hadoop? Even though you're rich, Bill Gates is rich, he can buy the rocket. It does not mean that to go to his office he cannot use a Hadoop or he cannot use rocket. So it depends upon the usage, what kind of a technology are we going to use. So Amazon company may use Hadoop, Amazon company may use data warehousing and BI, Amazon company also may use normal SQL and languages, Amazon company may use Excel also. Not only Amazon company, you think about State Bank of India, you think about a Deutsche Bank, ICICI Bank, any banking, the bigger companies, bigger enterprises, HDFC banks, all of them are bigger enterprises. When they deal with a large amount of data, they may use one of these technologies. Am I clear? So that is what we need to understand. So yesterday spoken about MS BI and Power BI, both of them are Microsoft technologies, right? So SAP BI, SAS BI, these are the third party technologies. Now MS BI, before that, so you have SAP BI, SAS BI. It is only one tool, reporting tool, complex to learn, complex to implement, very, very costly. These tools have been released in the year 2000 in the market. What Microsoft has done in year 2005 to give a competition to them, they have released MSBI. MSBI is a collection of three tools. One is called SSIS, SSIS, and SSRS. And these three tools are called MSBI. One is ETL tool, one is cubing tool, one is reporting tool. So Microsoft says, I will give you three tools. These people are giving you only one tool, that is reporting tool. We can create lot of visualizations and everything. So Microsoft is saying, I will give you lot of other tools. We can use those tools also. And Microsoft is going to be having a big brand. And Microsoft is telling, if you buy my software like RDBMS software, my software, I am having RDBMS. If you buy my software, I will be able to give you MSBA for free. You can perform data analytics with the help of MSBA. That was a story in year 2005. Many people stopped using this one because these are single tool, only reporting tool. It says I will give you a lot of tools, right? So when you buy Nokia phone, only you can talk. After that, Samsung and Apple released phone, a lot of applications can be installed there. People were using that kind of a phone. So Nokia is completely closed because you can speak only with that. You cannot do anything with the Nokia phone, right? Like that, this BI application only used to create a report, but I wanted to do some extra things with the same software. So Microsoft is offering big brand software because of the brand free, or the cost is also one third cost of this cost, and no coding is required to implement it. And many people started using this MSBA, right? And what has happened in year 2010, one more company, Tableau BA, came into existence. They said, it is a self-service BA software. You need not have any technology. Anybody can create reports. And that is when even Power, even SSRS has a lot. It is a reporting tool earlier. This has facing a lot of issues because Tableau BA introduced into the market. They said you need not know anything. Any non-IT people can create a report. It is a self-service BA tool. No technology is needed to create a reports, and many people attracted to Tableau BA. So to give a competition, Microsoft said, so forget about SSRS. I will also release one more Power BA software, which is a reporting software, which is also self-service BA. Self-service BA means you need not have any technology. You could be BCom guy, BA guy, or you could be a 10th class standard guy. We can create a beautiful reports with the help of a Power BI. And when they release this market, again, the Microsoft gained a lot of users, and a Tableau BI again went down because it is also costly. Only for the reporting purpose people were using. This is very easy. For example, Maggie noodles is there. Anybody can create a Maggie noodles. You don't need any chef. So self-service BA means like that. Don't need anything. Anybody can create a beautiful reports if you want to create. But SSRS and lot of BA tools, only technical people can create a reports. Normally, who needs the reports? Your management, your boss, or if you're a manager in the company, you have to create a report as a non-technical guy. You're an MBA guy, your boss is asking for the report, so you have to create a report. For that, you have to visit BA team, technical team. They will be able to create a reports and give it to you. But when Tableau came in, they said, no, 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 why are you dependent on the technical department? You can create on your own. It is just like a self-service BA. Anybody can create the reports. Now that is the reason Microsoft released Power BI in 2015. But only Power BI is not sufficient. Compulsorily, reporting tool SSRS is completely gone. In the place, you have the Power BI, but remaining tools you have to know. ETL you have to know, and that is SSIS, and Cube also you have to know, and reporting also you have to know. So today we are going to be having not only Power BI, but also MSBI. Plus, you have to know SQL Server as a database. Now, SQL Server history also I spoken clearly, right? SQL Server is started in 1.0 version in 1989, purely RDBMS software. So till 3.0, 5.0, 7.0 till year 2000, it is a completely RDBMS software. But year 2005, Microsoft is started adding MSBI in this SQL Server software only. So you don't have any other software. In 2005, MSBI got launched along with the SQL Server. So in that, the three tools have been launched. SSIS. What is SS stands for? SSIS for SQL Server. SQL Server integration services. Integration means combining. So today I will talk about this ETL in depth. Okay. So SQL Server analysis services, we are going to be creating a cube and analyze. We are going to be talking about what is a cube today. And SQL Server reporting services where you create a reports. And today this is gone. In the place of this, we are going to be having a Power BI because Power BI is more easy than your SQL Server reporting services. Now, when you install, SQL Server today, SQL Server not only going to store the data, but also you can perform lot of other operations with the help of MSBA software. Now it released lot of other versions. All these are the versions 2012, 2014, 16, 17, 19. The current version is 2022, right? So you may install this version or this version. You will have a SQL software, that is RDBMS software will be installed. Plus MSBA softwares also will be installed. So we will be installing later Power BI also in your computer. This is a story about MSBA and Power BI. Right now, let us talk about what is SSIS, what is ETL, and everything. Now, I wanted to know about one company. You talk about Amazon company. Amazon wanted to analyze their data. I will take one case study. The company name is called Amazon. They're having the business all over the world. Not only one business, lot of businesses they have. But if they wanted to analyze their data, now but the first problem is that they have a lot of issues with the data, lot of challenges with their data. Challenges with the data, or you can say they have the data, but a lot of issues, a lot of problems are going to be there with their data. What is the first problem with Amazon? Because Amazon company is going to run the business everywhere. First problem is the location. The problem, the data is not only in single place. Some of the data is in India. Some of the data is there in Japan. Some of the data is in US. Some of the data is in UK. Some of the data is in Dubai, blah, blah, blah. Because they are running the business all over the world. India data may be available in India, may be headquartered in Delhi or Hyderabad or in Chennai. Somewhere India sales data is going to be parked and they are running lot of servers in India. Lot of Japan data may be in Japan, maybe in Dubai, maybe in Singapore, Switzerland. So they're running the business all over the world. They don't have the data in the centralized place. So the first problem is data is not centralized, even though all the data belong to Amazon company. I'm not talking about different companies' data. I'm talking about single company here. The data is a decentralized, biggest issue now. Now, the second problem the company will have, they will be using lot of environments or lot of apps. For example, they may have Java in India, they may have .NET software maybe in Japan, they may run SAP somewhere, they may have Android, they may have iOS applications, right? They may have X application, Y application, Z application. You may use Android phone and buy the product from amazon.com. You can go to amazon.in, you can buy the product. You can go to any other means, buy the product. All the data may not be there in the single location, single application, single environment. That is also biggest issue. But remember, all this data belong to a single company and single business. I'm talking about Amazon. The second issue you need to know the environment and apps. The third one, what is the size of the data that the company has? Now, if the sales is more, let us India sales is more, the company is having a large amount of data. It may be there in terabytes, right? If the sales is less in Japan, for example, you may have medium level sales. Maybe it is a terabytes of data, petabyte of data. It may be terabytes of data, or maybe gigabyte of data. In some places, you have very small amount of data, maybe MBs, or you may get once in a 2 years, you accumulate all the data, it will become GBs. So depends upon the business to business, sales to sales, country to country, you have the different sizes of data. If you have a bigger size, you have to have more hardware, more network, more things to plan, blah blah blah. That is also one more issue you need to understand. What about the fourth issue with the data? Accuracy of the data. I have the data, but is it more accurate? That means, so high accurate, or more accurate, it may be high accurate. Accurate means you have the cleaned data. You go to the shop and buy some vegetables. If you buy some vegetables from the shop number one, the vegetables always very clean vegetables. But if you go to shop number two and buy, the vegetables are not very clean. 80% of the vegetables are good, but 20% you have to get the vegetables and clean yourself. So data may be Amazon data. It is, you cannot guarantee that all the data is ready to use data. If it is very clean data, I can use it as it is. But can you guarantee? Can you guarantee saying that I can take the data and create a report and give it? If tomorrow, if the data is not accurate, if you have duplicated data, if you have misspelled data, or if you have corrupted data, wrong data, when you dump, wrong into your data warehousing, you will get the wrong values as an output as a data analyst. So if you feed in wrong, come out will be wrong, right? When you put in wrong, you will not get proper output from the application. Tomorrow, when you give bad analytics to the company, they will say get lost from this company, because I'm giving you wrong data. That is my problem, but it is your problem to clean the data and use it. If I give you a chicken, it may not be cleaned. Or if you give you a fish, it may not be cleaned. The chef responsibility to clean the fish before he cooks or she cooks, right? So even though you get a vegetable, you get a chicken, you get a fish, what is that we do? Before cooking, it is my responsibility to clean. But you think if it is a 1 kg of fish, I will take 1 hour. If I have 1,000 kg of fish, I will have to use lot of other things to clean the fish. So you have to use, when you are talking about large amount of data, if the data is cleaned, there is no problem. If the data is not so cleaned, high accuracy or medium accuracy, or you don't have any accuracy, lot of issues with the data, low accuracy of the data. When the data is not so cleaned, somebody has to clean the data. So manually you cannot clean, you cannot go to row by row, you cannot clean the data. You have to write the program and clean the data. We have to develop an application that will clean the data. Clear? So you need to understand, it is not that every company will give you ready to use data. Even though they give you ready to use data, you have to cross check whether the data is can be used as it is, can be cooked as it is, or I need to perform some kind of a checkings. Clear? So data accuracy is also very, very important. Now, if you ask me, lot of issues are going to be there with the data. Clear? If you wanted to perform data analytics, you wanted to analyze the data, or if you wanted to run data science applications tomorrow, the first question is that data clean, or can I use as it is? The answer is no, because data is not centralized, data is not available in a single application. I have to know SAP to get the data from the SAP. I have to know Java to get the data from Java. I have to know Python to get the data from the Python. I have to know Android to get the data from the Android. Can I learn all of them? No, 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 no. So how do I centralize the data? So that is where Microsoft is saying you have to use ETL softwares. So we are talking about a company called Amazon company. Amazon company is having large amount of data in different places. This is the Amazon company's data I'm talking about. I can take the data of a single company, I can combine the data. So this data is there in the US. maybe Java server. This data may be there in India, maybe .NET data. This some of the data may be there in Dubai. The data may be there in Excel sheets. We don't know. Like that, a company will have a lot of servers and all the data you have to extract from here. You have to extract from here. You have to extract. Extracting means reading the data. Extracting means you have to read the data, you can combine. Why we can combine? Because all the data belong to a single company. I'm not talking about I will take Amazon data, I will combine Amazon data with Apollo Hospitals data. I'm not saying like that. I'm talking about a single company's data stored in different places. I would like to combine. Combine means integrate, join, combine, merge. So I am going to be using a software called ETL software called SSIS. Now beauty about SSIS. What is SSIS? SQL Server Integration Services. Integration means combining. So this software can talk to Java, can talk to .NET, can talk to Excel, can talk to Python, can talk to X, can talk to Y, can talk to Z. If you know this software can go to anywhere and get the data. And SSIS is ETL software. What is ETL? It can read the data from anywhere. Now it can also transform the data. Transform means, as I told you, it can clean the data, because I told you whatever be the data that you are getting that may not be cleaned data, you better clean the data if you want it to have. Clear? Transform the data. If it is needed, you can also clean the data. Then you have to go and load the data. All the data I'm going to be getting from different applications. I have to store the data in one place. I have to store the data in a single server. This server is called as a staging server. Staging means a temporary. This server is going to be prepared with the help of a SQL softwares. SQL means I'm talking about a database, because I wanted to talk about data. I'm not going to be getting Java. I'm going to be getting the data inside Java. I'm going to be getting the data inside a .NET. I'm going to be getting the data, but normally IT industry is going to be storing the data where? In SQL softwares. That is what in demo number 1 I told you. IT industry is going to be using Oracle, SQL Server or DB2, some RDBMS softwares it is going to be using. Now it is going to be storing the data. So staging server may be Oracle server, or it could be SQL server, some RDBMS server. We have many RDBMS servers, right? Day one I told you Oracle, SQL server, DB2, Netezza, MySQL, Postgre. You can use any one server as a staging server. You buy bigger machine, install Oracle. Oracle machine will be used as a staging. Staging means a temporary purpose. All the data you are going to be getting, all the data you will be able to store here. Now, after storing, if you wanted to clean also, you should be able to perform a cleaning operation. Remove cleaning. So what normally you do in the year, you also do the data cleansing once again. Again, you clean the data, right? You go to the supermarket. What do? You wanted to buy some vegetable, go to the shop number 1. At the time of picking some vegetables, what you do? You throw the bad vegetables, you get the good vegetable, right? And after you will buy some chicken and you will buy some leafy vegetables. You go to shop number 1, buy some vegetables. Go to shop number 2, some buy some vegetables. Go to shop number 3, buy some vegetables. All the vegetables you are going to be putting them where? In your carry bag. The carry bag is called staging service. Staging means a temporary. You all the vegetables you are going to be keeping it here. You come home, open the bag. You are going to be again cleaning the vegetables. Again reopen the chicken. Again you clean the chicken. You open the tomato. If one tomato is gone, you have checked something, but still you would like to check whether all tomatoes are good. One tomato is gone. You are going to be again cleaning once again. Clear? So data cleansing you're going to be having, removing duplicates, you can do it, removing dupes, okay? Or you may have the correct misspelled data. correct misspelled data. You want to again take the bad spellings that you would like to correct it. Or you wanted to fill some blank values, or you wanted to split the data, or you wanted to merge the data, or you wanted to convert the data. Many operations you do it, but your point, you're peeling the potato, cutting the tomato, some leafy notes you're putting into salty water, and some of them you're boiling also. Some chicken you wanted to clean, you wanted to add some salty water, and you wanted to boil the chicken and add some turmeric to that. So lot of things are going to do with the vegetables because you would like to clean them, right? So you will be buying a lot of vegetables. Go to shop number one, shop number two, shop number three. Staging means temporary. All the vegetables are putting into the carry bag. You come home, open the carry bag. Again, you clean the vegetables once again. So these are integrated. All the vegetables are coming from different shops. Now you have combined them. Now once you clean it, what you do? You take these vegetables. You take this, the data from here. So what you do with the help of again SSIS, with the help of again this software, you need to take the data from here. Again, with the help of SSIS, again we're going to be using ETL. Again, SSIS can be used to take the data from here. It will extract the data from here. It is going to be again reloading the data. So after that, what you do? You clean the vegetables. After that, what you do? You have a refrigerator. You have a fridge. So all the vegetables are going to go to your fridge, right? This is your fridge. Now all the cleaned vegetables you are going to be dumping. You are putting, keep neatly. You are parceling. You have cleaned it. You have marinated the chicken. Tomatoes half of gone. Some of the potatoes you have thrown, and only good potatoes gone. So this is what is called your data warehouse. అర్థమవుతుందా? So data warehouse is again one more SQL only, one more RDBMS only. Remember, but this is also SQL RDBMS, but as I discussed, this is going to be having a very bigger server, very bigger server. Now tell me, what is the capacity of your carry bag? It may be very small, but what is the capacity of your refrigerator? Maybe 500 or liter capacity, 200 liter capacity. So you will be getting small amount of data cleaning and dumping here. Even though this is a small, but definitely data warehouse, a bigger hardware where SQL Server or Teradata, one software is going to be installed there so that you can keep large amount of data. Warehouse means go down. So warehouse means go down. If I take my laptop, if I install Oracle in my machine, it is also SQL software, Oracle, right? So I can accommodate only 1 terabyte of data because the capacity of my laptop is 1 terabyte. But if I buy bigger hardware where 100 terabyte of hard disk is there, 1000 GB RAM is there, and I have the 100 GB RAM, 1000 processors are available in that machine. I wanted to have SQL Server. You can install it, but that machine will be called as a data warehousing machine. So data warehousing purpose, you need not have one more software. Same SQL, same RDBMS software will be installed, but only thing is that you need to have bigger hardware. Clear? So staging is also SQL only, but need not be a very big, machines you need to buy it. It is temporary, right? But data warehousing machines are bigger machines. Same software. What software we are talking about? Either Oracle, SQL Server, something you will be able to, install it. And this machine will be called as Oracle Data Warehousing Machine, SQL Server Data Warehousing Machine, or you can say SQL Server Staging Machine, Oracle Staging Machine, like that. Okay, so software will be SQL Server, Oracle. Whether it is a staging or a data warehousing depends upon the usage. You have to give the name. Temporarily, I'm using very small amount of hardware I have, but I'm going to be using this machine for the cleaning purpose. I'm going to be using this machine for the permanently storing large amount of data. This is what you got to understand. So this is how every day you're buying the vegetables, cleaning them and putting them, blah, blah, blah. I will give you one more simple example so that you will understand everything. You don't have the water supply to your house. So daily you are dependent on the municipality water or the corporation water. Morning 6 o'clock water tanker comes to your street, or you have a water supplied in your street. There is a pipelines are available. So all the people will go to 6 o'clock to the street with the bowls and with the buckets. You will be able to capture the water and come back and store somewhere, right? You take this case study. I don't have the water at my home. So morning 6 o'clock, what I do, I wanted to take this bucket. This is one plastic bucket I'm carrying, and this is my father is carrying, and this is my sister is carrying. One plastic bucket, one silver bucket, one steel bucket. All of them are the buckets. Now, what is the size of the bucket? 30 to 40 liter capacity. It is small in size. So what I do, I go to the street. I got the water. Now bucket is full. When the bucket is full, what I do, I directly come to the house and there is a drum or the tank. So data warehouse means a drum or the tank. All the water, all the water from here, all these buckets are full. Manually, I get the bucket. I dump into this drum or this tank. Again, we'll go back. Now these are now empty bucket, empty bucket, empty bucket, empty bucket. I go to the street again. I wanted to get second time water. This bucket is full. This bucket is full. This bucket is full. Again, I'll come home. There is a drum. On the drum, what I do, I take the water and again I'm going to be dumping the water into this. Now, what is the size of the drum or the tank you may be having? This is the bigger size, right? But what is the data source? You have a smaller size bucket. Why are you not carrying the drum? Normally we never carry the drum because it will be heavy. We cannot shift and lift. Clear? Normally when you have the data, these kind of a servers will not have very bigger sizes. When you compare with, these are just like a bucket, very small hardware they're going to be maintaining. These kind of a machines are called as, these kind of a machines are called as OLTP machines. Clear? So where you will be able to have OLTP means very important point. So I'll be introducing one more keyword. Every company will maintain OLTP machines. OLTP means it can be Java, .NET, any SAP, anything. OLTP stands for online transaction processing machine. Transaction means in Telugu Lavadevi. Okay, transaction means what, Nana? Lavadevi. What is the meaning of Lavadevi? Whatever you do, that is a transaction. You buying a product, a transaction. Canceling a product, a transaction. Depositing the cash, transaction. Withdraw the cash, transaction. Phone pay payment, you're doing a transaction. You inquiring the course with Go Online Trainings, a transaction. Whatever you do, according to the IT industry, it is a transaction. Transaction and Lavadevi in Telugu. Clear? So whenever you do anything, it will have some data. For example, you call Go Online Trainings, sir, my name is Satish. I wanted to join Power BI course. Now my team will ask you, tell me your phone number, tell me your mobile number. So all the data my team is going to be writing. So where are they writing? They may be writing in one Excel or they may be writing in some application. That application is called as a OLTP application. Clear? So OLTP application will have fresh data. Remember that. So when you say it is OLTP, it could be SAP application, Java application, forget about it. It is going to be collecting the fresh data. You call me today, I'm putting the data. You call me tomorrow, I'm putting the data. But I keep on writing, keep on writing, keep on writing. Once in a 6 months, my server is full or my Excel sheet is full. I have 2000, 3000, 5000 inquiries. I have so much of a data. Now it is full. So daily you are going and buying, for example, you're in US, you wanted to buy some Amazon product. What will happen? From your laptop, you go, you buy a product. When you buy a product, this server, there is an entry. So you make the payment, you register yourself, you make the payment, you keep on buying. Not only you, many people are buying and buying, buying and buying, buying and buying. So this server will be full one day, either after 1 year or after 1 month or after 10 days. We don't know. But these servers are not so big. Remember, these servers are not so big. I told you this is the drum, this is the bucket. Now these servers are going to be storing fresh water there, fresh data, but small size servers. What is the size? They may be maintaining, let us say, it may be having less than 1 terabyte of hard disk, some 500 GB data, or 1 terabyte of hard disk they maintain. They have only less amount of data, right? Small amount of data. Most of the time this will be read and write data. 80% of the time these servers are busy to writing the data. For example, you go to amazon.com morning to evening. What are we doing? We are opening Amazon, we are reading and writing. We are buying the product means writing. So most of the time these servers are busy by writing the data once in a while. For example, you go to the banking. What you do? You once in a while you see what is my balance, but many times what you do? You do the cash deposit, you do the funds transfer, you use the phone pay application to get the data. So much more time writing will happen. So your banking application is going to be storing fresh data. When you deposit the cash, fresh data, right? But your banking servers are going to be small in size. It is not going to be storing very large amount of data. They will have a capability. They are called OLTP servers. OLTP servers are used to run the businesses, and these are lightweight, because if you maintain a drum and go to the street, you cannot carry the drum tomorrow, because you have to carry only buckets so that you can get the water to the home. So OLTP servers are size wise small. It will be in GBs only, and the servers are running means bigger computers, but not with heavy hardware. Clear? Lot of software applications are going to be running. This may be Java, .NET, Excel, Pixel, whatever you say. You should not be worried about the application. You have to worry, is it storing fresh data? If yes, that is what is called OLTP data, online transaction processing. It is going to be running your business. You go to banking, you do some cash deposit, some computer is going to store the data. The computer is called as a OLTP computer. phone pay phone pay data is going to be stored somewhere. Phone pay application is Java. Now you tell me whether it is OLTP application. Yes, it is a OLTP application. Why? Phone pay transaction you're doing it today, it will be recorded in that phone pay. So phone pay application, any application that you're using it today, that will be OLTP application only. Remember, whether it is a banking or whether it is a phone pay, yatra.com, irctc.com, all of them are, online transactions. Okay, all the data, most of the time you will be writing the data. These servers are busy to get the data to dump into that, but once in a month or once in a week, these servers also will be full, right? So because everybody buying, everybody is doing a lot of things, what will happen? These servers are busy by collecting data. Now afterwards, you have to take the data and dump it. So where are we dumping? We are going to be dumping into a bigger machines. Okay. This machine is called as, the bigger machines are called as OLAP machines. So we have two types of machines in the IT industry. One is called OLTP machine, where you have smaller computers. Any application may run. The fresh data of the business is going to be caught. The fresh water is going to be caught on the bucket. Then only you're dumping the water into the, where you're dumping water into the drum. Clear? So what you do, you have to get the data, and this data is going to be going and coming here. This is what is called OLAP application. OLAP means your drum. So your historical data, because last month or last 1 year, you have a lot of transactions, lot of lava devis are happened. All the last year transactional data you will be able to dump here. So OLAP is one more application or one more server. You can think like that. Okay. So IT industry is going to be maintaining, one is OLTP, just like a bucket, fresh water, small amount of data. But I wanted to get the water and maintain a bigger drum. So this is what is called online analytical processing. Okay. So OLAP means online analytical processing. This is the fresh data. Now, this will not be fresh data because all the historical data, old data. So, here you're going to be maintaining one more computer. It is a go down. So, all the currently using items will be available in your kitchen, but old items are dumped onto the bigger go down or the storeroom, right? Like that. The last year phone pay transactions will be going here. So every month you're getting 500 GB, 500 GB into 12 months data. It will become 600 GB of data. Okay, means 6 terabytes of data for 1 year. I am talking about into 10 years of data. It is approximately 60 terabytes of data I have to maintain, right? So every day you are getting 30 40 liters of water and three times 30 liter 30 liter 30 liter 100 liter, like that I need to maintain a bigger drum. So it is not a small size data, it is a large size data that you're going to be maintaining. So OLAP is also called as a data warehousing for us. Okay, so this data, historical data, this is what is called read-only data. Right? Now you tell me, you buy a product today in Amazon.com, you go to Amazon.com, you store the data. So Amazon.com is a OLTP application. Why? You're buying the product today. But after 1 year or after 5 years, where is the data? The data would have gone to OLAP application. You booked a movie ticket today in bookmyshow.com. What about 5 years back also you would have booked? Did you get that information? You don't get that information because all the data the application would have transferred to data warehouse. It is what is called as OLAP. So every day you're collecting the data. If it is full, you're going to be dumping the data here. So how are we dumping? You're carrying the bucket and dumping the data. One day, my friend told, "Arey Bhaskar, why are you manually struggling and getting the water and putting it here? Can't you buy a motor? Can't you buy a motor pump so that you switch on the motor? You can, dump the water from source to the destination." Yes, yes, I got an idea. So I can go, I can look for the motor pump, right? You can look for any motor pumps, water pumps, right? You can, go buy some water pumps. These are the pumps are available. So what you do? You go, you buy even this product, you can connect it to your well, wherever the water is there, and you can connect all the water, it can dump into your tank or the drum, right? So this motor is called as a ETL. What is ETL? ETL can go to your drum number one, or it can go to your river. It can go anywhere. So it need not, you can get the water from the well or from the river or from the neighbor house or from the bucket. It can connect to anything. All the water, when you switch on it, it will be extracting the water and it will not transform. Transform means clean. Simply, it will load the tank to the dam. So I have a lot of companies. I have a Texmo, I have a Havels, I have a Neptune. Lot of companies are available, right? Like that. ETL also, we have SSIS. This is from Microsoft. This is one brand from Microsoft. Then this is a Havels. This is one more ADF. That is also same, but different features. It is a cloud-based Azure Data Framework. And after that, both of them are going to be using. So this is one more product. This is one more product. Or you can take a Neptune. This is Informatica. So have you talked about Informatica? This is also one more company, ETL. And we have IBM Data Stage. Lot of ETL tools are available in the market. Data Stage. Now Jindal company, Pentaho. అర్థమవుతుందా? So not only one ETL, different companies ETL tools are available. You have ADF, SSIS from the Microsoft only. Two models we have from the Microsoft. You can use this or you can use this. Both of them are ETL, or you can use third-party tools. Pentaho, Informatica, Data Stage, Jindal. So it is going to be getting that data and dumping the data. Did you understand what is SSIS now? SSIS is a motor pump. It is going to be taking the data, dumping the water into this. Now, one day your friend told, why are you putting directly water into, you're taking the data directly dumping it here. It may not be cleaned water. What you do? You buy one more drum, one more tank. So you take the data, you put the water here, you clean the water, and from here to here, you need to have one more motor pump, right? This motor pump can get you water and put it here. You will clean the water, you boil the water, you do the reverse osmosis. From here to here, you need to have one more pump, right? Because this pump cannot put the data. One more pump you need to have, take the water from here, and you can just put it here. So this will be one more drum or the tank where you are going to be cleaning the water. Get the uncleaned water, you put it here, you clean it, and cleaned water you are going to be taking this pump and putting it here. So ETLs are nothing but motor pumps. Clear? It is going to be pumping the data from one place to another. Simply ETL is called as a data importing exporting software. Ardhamavutunda? ETLs are called as what, Nana? Data importing exporting softwares. That what you need to understand. So you will get the data in your body. Do you have a ETL device? Yes, your heart. Your heart is pumping the blood from one place to another place. So you have ETL is happening in your body. Some device is there, it is going to be cleaning the blood, that is called kidney. So your kidney is one staging area where the blood is getting cleaned and the blood is getting circulated. So heart is your ETL means pumping the blood from one place to another place. ETL, you give any source, any destination from one place to another place, data is going to be lifted and exported. Ardhamavutunda? So in your body you have a staging. Staging means cleaning. So kidney, the staging area in your body. Your heart is a ETL device in your body. Ardhamavutunda? So data pumping, blood pumping is happening, blood cleaning is also happening before pumping. Clear? That is what you got to understand. So data you will be able to get every month. You're getting the data. All the data will be here. So data will be in GBs. When this is full, the data will come here. It will be there in the terabytes of data. So these are the points that you need to understand always. Now, why are you storing all the data? Because tomorrow I wanted to analyze the data. Last 5 years, how is the sales? Last 5 years data will not be available in OLTP. Why? OLTP, just like your bucket, today's water only will be available in the bucket. So yesterday's water would have gone to the tank. Clear? Like that. OLTP where you don't maintain the last 10 years of data. OLAP where you're going to be maintaining last 10-20 years of data. If you wanted to analyze your company, so definitely you have to get the data. All the data you're going to be storing here, right? You have to, what you do, you are going to be aggregating the data or the processing the data. So we are going to be using one more application where the process has to happen. You are buying the vegetables, keeping there in the refrigerator. I told you what is your refrigerator. Data warehouse is a refrigerator. Okay. If you keep the vegetables and the chicken in the refrigerator, will it cook automatically? No, 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 no. So data warehouse to store the data. Refrigerator is only there to keep the vegetables or the chicken fresh. It does not process anything. So where you want to process, now you have to go to the kitchen. This is your fridge. You can think like that. All the data is there in the fridge, your data warehouse. So data warehouse only to store data. Remember, it is only to store the data, but somebody has to process the data. Who's going to be processing? Kitchen. You need to go to the kitchen where you're going to be processing. You get the vegetable, you get the chicken, you're going to be processing. Then only you will get a chicken biryani or the pizza, right? Only if you put the vegetables and fruits, nothing will happen in the data warehouse, because the data warehouse, it is a go down. Data warehouse is a go down. You're having the data. For example, I have data 10, I have data 20, I have stored. If I store like that, nothing will happen. I have to do the processing of the data. What do you mean by processing? I wanted to know what is the total sales. Total is a processing. So you have, if you two numbers, the total is 30. I can very easily, I can do that. But you assume you have a billions of rows, billions of data you have. I wanted to know what is the total sales. Now tell me how much of data I have to process. So you take 10 numbers and try to do the summing operation, you will take 10 minutes. But if you take 10,000 numbers and do the sum operation manually, you will go mad, right? So when you have billions and billions of numbers are there, only one operation I'm talking about. I wanted to find out the sum. I wanted to find out average. I wanted to find out minimum. So these are operations are called as aggregations or some processing operations. Who's going to be doing? So refrigerator is going to be storing the vegetables. Who's going to be cooking? You have a stove, you have a grinder. So using a stove, you are going to be processing the food, right? So there is one more application called SSIS, where we are going to be preparing a lot of cubes. Cubes means a dish. A food prepared dish is going to be there, which is going to be taking the raw data from the data warehousing. We are going to be processing. Remember this point. We are going to be processing. Processing purpose, you have to have one more application. The application is called as SSIS, SQL Server Analysis Services. To store the data, you to store the vegetables, there is a refrigerator. But only refrigerator cannot do. You need to have the kitchen. Inside the kitchen, you need to have stove, grinder, this one, that one, oven. Lot of things have to be there, right? You have to process and you have prepared the good food. After that, what you do? You need to eat the food. You have to take the plate and serve it. That is where the food will go to the customer. So end of the day, whatever be the data that has been processed, that has been served, right? That has to be served or that has to be shown neatly. So this is where we are going to be serving the food in the plate neatly. We are decorating it. So this, serving, this is what is called as reporting. So this is where we are going to be keeping the data in the reporting. We can create a beautiful visualizations. Clear? So what are the visualization? You may use SSRS, or you may use even Excel is a beautiful reporting tool, or you can use Power BI, or you can use Tableau BI, some tool you're going to be using. You're show, creating a lot of visualization, and these reports are going to be given to the management of the company. Who needs the report? Amazon sales manager wanted to have these reports. Clear? So as a technical person, you will be able to create the report. This report you are not going to be analyzing. You are going to be giving it to the manager, a sales manager. He is going to be taking the decision maker. So remember that point. This data analysis you're not going to be doing. So decision makers are somebody else. So those people will be asking you to the some kind of a report. To create a report, you have to do the big circus. Get the data, clean the data, dump the data, process the data, create a report, deliver the report. All of them, you have to do it. So with the help of this report, they will be able to analyze and they will be able to take the decisions to improve their business is called as a business intelligence. So what is your role? I will give you a simple example. I will close the demo. So you go to the hospital. You're saying that you are not well, you are having a fever. You meet the doctor. So doctor is asking you some blood reports. He will say, hey, you take the blood report 1, 2, 3, 4, and you show it to me so that I can give the medicine. He will give the solution later. So what you do, you go to the laboratory. In the laboratory lab, there is a lab technician available. So what is going to be doing? He will be collecting the weight. He will be collecting the body temperature. He will be collecting the blood, storing the blood, processing the blood, creating a report. That report will be given to the doctor. Who's the doctor now? Doctor is the decision maker. Clear? Now, your role will be lab technician role in the company. You're a data analyst. So, or you're a Power BI developer. Clear? What is that you do? You get the data, you store the data, you clean the data, create a report. But you're not going to be analyzing the data. Data analyst is not going to be analyzing the data, is going to be getting the data, cleaning the data, and creating a report. That's it. Your work is over. When you create a report, the report will be given to the decision maker. Doctor is the decision maker. He will give the solution to the patient. Hey, you have a dengue fever. This is the medicine you need to ask. Now, who's going to be asking for the report? A decision maker. Who's going to be creating the report? That is you. You don't analyze decision maker cannot create a report. So your role will be a lab technician role. Remember, so data analyst is not the guy who's going to be understanding the report. No, 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 because you don't know about the business. So who knows about the business? The management of the company, board of directors in the company, managers, CEOs, all the people who wanted to use OLAP application. So we are going to be supporting those people in the company. So OLTP applications are going to be used by the end users. End users means I wanted to buy a product. So I am going to be going and connecting. End user I am to the Amazon.com. But who's going to be using this application? It is a business users. That means what? The managers of the company, board of directors of the company, or the CEO of the company, all the people are going to be analyzing the data. These people will ask you what kind of reports they need it. Clear? The doctor will ask you what kind of report they need. Based on this report, you collect the data, clean the data, you create thousands of reports you will be able to create. Now, if you wanted to work with the only reporting, that is not sufficient. You get the data, collect the data, put the data from here to here. From here to here, you store the data, process the data. This is what is called as a data preparation. Because if you don't have the data, can you prepare a report? Now this is what is called creating a report. Data preparation is also called as a data engineering. అర్థమవుతుందా? So data preparation is called as a data engineering. So data engineering means you have to know ETL, you have to know staging, you have to know data warehousing, you have to know how to process. Then later you're going to be preparing. If you wanted to prepare a chicken biryani, what is that I should do? I have to buy the chicken, I have to get the vegetables, I have to clean them, get the spices, grind them, marinate them, lot of circus I have to do. Right? Can I do within 1 hour? No, 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 no. If you wanted to prepare a big 1,000 people biryani, you wanted to make it, food dish you wanted to make it, you have to start doing the food preparation 1 week before. Get the sample rice, get the, all the spices, get the tomato, chicken, everything 3 days, 4 days before you need to get it, and you have to cut them, clean them, grind them, soak them, clean them. So on the party day, the chef is going to be coming morning 7 o'clock. He switch on the light of the stove and the food is going to be prepared for 1,000 people in just 2 hours. So creating a report can be done in 5 minutes. But what has to be ready? The raw material has to be ready. So data engineering will take 80% of the time in your projects. So data preparation and remaining time only you're going to be creating a reporting. So data engineering plus reporting is called as a data analytics. అర్థమవుతుందా? So data analytics is not only creating a report. To create a report, to prepare a chicken biryani, you need to go to the shop and buy the vegetables, buy the chicken, buy the ingredients, buy the ghee, spice them, grind them, clean them. It will be big headache. It will take one week to get all the raw material. That will be painful. Clear? So then you create a report, then you analyze it. So data analytics means data preparation plus reporting is called as a data engineering. When you join the company, 80% of the time you're going to be dealing with this. To data engineering activities, you have to know SQL, you have to know ETL, you have to know data modeling, you have to know data warehousing, you have to know SSIS and data processing. Only reporting level, you need to know Power BI or SSRS. Clear? Only reporting is not the data analytics. Data analytics means data engineering and plus you create a report. That is what is called, you need to understand. Without a data, we cannot create a report. So if you work for a company, sometimes you have a separate team for the data engineering. They will be only dumping the data, processing the cube. So you will be able to only create a reports. But end of the day, when you join the company, you have to work in everywhere. So SSIS, SSAS, data warehousing, everything you need to work, and SQL Server is the background process for this. This is what is called BA, business intelligence means. This is what is called OLTP and OLAP applications. So we are going to be working with the OLAP data. OLAP means large amount of data, historical data. We create lot of reports based on the requirement given by the decision maker or the manages in the company. To get the data engineering work has to be done. That is where you have to know SQL, SSIS and blah, blah, blah. Clear? So this completes the demo. If you have any questions, now you can ask me. Guys, did you understand the demo clearly? So this is what is the work you have to learn, not only Power BI, we are going to be learning all these things, right? Now, August month and September month, what all we learn? We are going to be concentrating on the SQL Server and we are going to be concentrating on the Power BI. In the October month, as I told you, we are going to be learning SSIS and data warehouse. I'm going to be giving you for free. This will be free. Okay, you should not be worried about this. You need to join paid course, and this will be paid course. Now you will be able to learn. You will be able to learn. And one more course I'll be giving here, that is SSAS. So that will be also I'm going to give for free. This will be only 5 hours of videos are there, and this will be free, and this will be 25 hours of classes, and data warehousing will be 10 hours. I'm going to be giving it for free. Clear? So then afterwards, one project is included that for free, and interview questions will be given. So CV preparation is for free. All of them are free. You have to make the payment for these two now, and in the month of October you may join SSIS or you can join EDF. Anything is fine. So you will be able to complete one ETL, one data warehousing, clear, one SQL Server, everything you will have. Totally you are going to be learning 5 courses. Now out of 5 courses, 2 courses are free, and the remaining 3 only you need to pay. For these 2 you need to pay, for this one you need to pay next month, on October month. But all of them you need to do one by one, one by one. I'm going to be starting from very basic level to advanced level, so that you will be able to get into IT industry very easily. Clear? If you have any questions or the clarifications, you can ask me now. Otherwise, so this is the last day for the demo. From tomorrow, this meeting ID is going to change. This meeting ID is not going to work. So tomorrow I'll show you how to install the software. So you can just make the payment and get the tomorrow's meeting ID. Right? So you can talk to the team. You wait for till 1 o'clock. You will be able to get the communication in email or in the WhatsApp. If you don't get the payment communication, you can just call them, or you can also mail me saying that I did not get any communication, sir. So when you communicate with me also, I will be able to give you the payment details. If you have any payment related stuff, you can call them. But if you have any technical related stuff, that I can help you. Now tomorrow, this meeting ID is not going to work. You will get the meeting ID once you make the payment. We have EMIs, installments, everything is available. You can just talk to them, guys. Thank you.